Yeah, lean in a bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rich, this is a very exciting Yamaha, isn't it?
This is very exciting. This is as rare as it gets, Tom. Here we have a Yamaha number 200. So a Yamaha 200 is actually the sort of prototype for the Yamaha U2. And they didn't make a great deal of U2s either. So you've got your U1s at 120 and you've got your U3s at 130. The U2 or U200 is 125, so it's smack in the middle, but it never really, I think I've only ever sort of seen a couple of examples of a U2. Not as stylish as this one. They're sort of, the back legs are kind of filled in, and they sort of date from the early 70s. And you know, you do get a lot of Yamaha U1s and U3s dating from the 70s, 80s and 90s. An awful lot from the 70s. Rarely do we get one in from the 60s. And it's really weird because Yamaha have been making upright pianos since 1900 and they've been making grand pianos since 1902. Prior to that, when they established in 1887, they were making reed organs. But you never see a Yamaha piano from back then. So this is actually the earliest Yamaha piano I've ever come across, and it dates to 1953, which strangely enough is the same year that Yamaha made its first motorbike, which was actually made at the Nippon Gaki factory in Japan prior to them setting up the Yamaha Motor Company in 1955, where they produced the first Yamaha motorbike, which is a YA1, but the actual sort of prototype for that one was actually produced at the Nippon Gaki factory in Japan. They were really sort of getting started again. The Nippon Gaki factory got completely blown to smithereens during World War II, so they're only really just getting going again. And yeah, it's great. It's like, what were their earlier pianos like? And I think this is a lovely example. It's you know, 3-paneled. It's got the older style font with the Yamaha. You notice that with the middle M, it actually goes to a point, rather than with the musical instruments now. It sort of comes just above the 2 outside M's. On a motorbike, incidentally, it goes all the way to the ground, but on a musical instrument, it's just raised a little. But back until about 1970, I think, it had the pointed M. So yeah, a lovely find. And it's kind of got, it's got that sort of more sort of older piano type sound. It's not got that real sort of brilliance of a modern Yamaha, but more of a sort of classical sound that the older type pianos have. So yeah, it should be in a museum, really, this one, because it's as rare as it gets. It's got Nippon Gaki written on it as well.
Nippon Gaki.
Which stands for Japanese musical instrument. Sorry, timing.
What does Nippon Gaki stand for, Rich? And one more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back posts.
Oh.
On U1s and U3s these days, they vary depending on which sort of variation of a U1 or a U3 it is, between 3 and 4, or 4 and 5 back posts, but never do you get one with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back posts on. That's extreme, that is.